Hello, people. I mean, I'm back. Sir Lucius is back. So this is going to be a great episode, regardless, right? We'll see. We'll see. We'll vault already, but we'll see.
Yeah, I know,
Anyhow,
right? Yeah, jeez, man.
it's summertime. We're summertime fine. That's all that
Yeah,
matters.
there you go.
Summertime fine. How's everybody doing tonight? Clyde, how are you tonight?
I'm good. Just finished my second week with the Stanford camp. Always a good
Ah,
time.
Mm.
And not well, with my people, working with the kids. Got a little sunburnt, but good times all around.
I have so many jokes behind that.
Jokes
um,
were had at the camp.
no, so no joking though. 2 weeks. I
Wow.
finish our I finish our 5 day camp and I'm like tap tap.
Well,
I don't want nobody.
no, so it's like version number one, and then the next week it's a separate new group of people. They put on two.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but even then, so I'm just saying, period. 2 weeks back to
Oh
back
yeah, no,
of
I'm way more
that.
tired this week than I was last week, for sure.
Oh goodness, 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 goodness. Sir Lucius, how are you tonight?
I'm doing phenomenal. Doing
Yay.
phenomenal. Just ready to get this season over with in October when it's finally done, so.
Huh, huh,
That is just
huh.
comedy.
Right?
Comedy.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Like, so
Absolutely.
Grant says to me today, he goes, cuz we got to do this for another 8 weeks. I was like, why do you have to talk about it, bro?
No,
Like, why are
no.
we talking about this? I don't want
Mm-mm.
to
Perfectly
talk about it.
in perfect bliss, just knowing, just being oblivious to the time. I don't know
Exactly.
what,
Yeah. Just
I don't
one
know the
day.
month. I
Yeah.
don't know the date.
I write the workouts. I put the workout sheets out and I just show up to practice and do what's on the sheet. Cause I don't really want to know what day it is anymore.
Right?
Let's go.
Oh, I put the date down, but it's only because I go 1 week down. I have no clue what
Mhm.
I'm actually clicking. I'm just one below the gray box.
Right. There you go.
Just do that. Anyhow, well, good to have you.
Thank you.
Governor, how are you?
I'm doing okay. Just spent the weekend Cayman last week.
Okay, sir,
Recharged the
you
battery
can't
a little
say
bit. No,
spent the
no.
week in Cayman
Yeah.
and I'm doing okay.
Yeah,
That doesn't work. And that's not 1 plus 1.
I'm just, feeling good. I'm all right.
Oh man, I know. I was watching your wife's posts and I'm like, wait a minute, where are they really right now? Because I'm a little
Hmm.
confused. But all I knew was that y'all weren't home. That's what I did
Right.
know.
Yep. Yep.
So
Yep. Yep.
good for you though. Good for you.
Hmm.
Standing on biz, looking real tropical or coastal at that.
I'm trying. I'll say this: the league baseball draft is amazing. It's quite a thing, but it is without question the best two and the worst 2 days of the year. Um, but we have survived and advanced, and we're looking forward to the next 8 weeks or so, as Sir Lucius put it. Um,
Amen.
Oh,
It's listen, what's funny is like this is what we've always wanted, right? We want to have the Super Bowl be at the end. But now we really realize, I think we never realized how much we're grinding, but now we realize how long we grind.
That's sick, man.
yes. Yes.
You know,
Absolutely.
we're gonna start in October for you to be your best in September.
Hmm.
Okay, that sounds good. Said no one ever.
Well, well, let's not start that topic and we will go ahead and wrap that up in October and have a reflection. So pause, pin, moving on. So the portal is officially closed, but back open, kind of, for the DSAs. But that's not the topic. The topic is we've got all this movement and it's happening and it's not really cross pollinating. Definitely intra conference,
Well, I
Hmm.
see what you did there.
right?
Hmm.
Trying. Ode to Eugene coming up. um, um, intra conference and then definitely inter conference as well. But Governor, you had a really good point about all of it. Do you mind elaborating that for the audience?
Well, it's when you do get on the portal and you do follow social media, It's kind of easy to see certain trends happening. And, obviously in this new era that we're in, and we're seeing a lot of specialization amongst teams that are moving in certain directions, and teams are starting to load up in certain areas. What I had noticed was that, and I would say it's specific, specifically the SEC. I see more of a trend of SEC athletes that are on the portal ending up at SEC schools. And it's just an interesting observation. Obviously, I guess experience, being able to having gone through the gauntlet that is the SEC experience, whether it's a year or two in your career, contributes to that thinking. But there's also the aspect of, well, if the philosophy didn't work at school X, then maybe my philosophy will work with you, because it's not a question of talent, right? The kids are talented, obviously. Um, but they're either it's coming from the athletes themselves that are wanting to go to another SEC school, or SEC schools are going, you know what, I'm going to give you a chance number two. And that's been my observation by and large.
It to me, it's pretty simple, but it is dual sided. From the athlete's point of view, and this has been my argument to my mid-major colleagues about recruiting from the transfer portal, period. If Kid X was good enough to land themselves in the SEC out of high school,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of what has happened at institution number one, there's no universe where in their mind they're like, I'm gonna go down
Mm-hmm.
to a mid-major situation. Hell, most of them look at the other three P4s as down,
Yeah.
right? So no. I'm not going down. I'm gonna talk to the people in the situations where I have friends or who kicked my butt during the year, or the other coaches who I had good relationships with the first time go around, because clearly it didn't work out with the governor, but it'll work out with Sir Lucius.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't even entertain the conversation outside of that. From the coach's standpoint, I think it's actually kind of simple. There's enough, for lack of a better word, bravado, and their attitude is, damn, I didn't sign the governor out of high school, and I knew it wasn't going to work over there with that person. They should have listened to me the first time. Now I'm going to go get that bullet and fire it right back at all of our
Mm-hmm.
comp. So, you know what I mean? Like, I understand the talent is the talent is the talent. So of course the coaches are going to be interested, but I really specifically, when it comes to, the Big 12 and the SEC, it's hard to even get a athlete to consider a conversation coming out of the portal. And here's the crazy part about all of it, which is off the topic a little bit. The mid-major kids in the portal, they all think they belong up there anyway.
Yeah.
So that's also difficult. But specifically at the P4, if you see P4 Kid X in the portal, guarantee you, operation number one is to land even or laterally as they look at it. So I'm not shocked.
Oh, so here's my take on those situations. Like, I don't understand if you're at a P4 school and you were a non-producer, and then another P4 school or even a P4 school within your conference
Yeah.
is taking on that. Now, if you're at a P4 school and you're, at least a regional qualifier or, first round qualifier, right? Or you got to the dance and you didn't quite make the final, or you're a conference scorer, I can understand if you're a P4 school picking up that athlete. But some of these schools are picking up athletes that didn't even make it to their conference. right?
You're
So
making
you
my
so,
point.
you didn't get to the conference championship at school X,
Mm-hmm.
who's in your same conference. So I'm gonna take you over here, and now you're gonna make the conference final. That makes no sense to me. Now I do think there's some situations where okay, so there's a 1330 something girl in the SEC that doesn't play, but you can go to the ACC because that plays big in the ACC.
Right.
Those situations make sense to me. The
Mm-hmm.
ones that are baffling to me is, the athlete that was not very good at all at your conference rival,
Mm-hmm.
and you take them to your school. You're not even a conference scorer, and I'm going to scholarship you to come to my school because I'm just that much better of a coach than you are. No.
Yep.
No, that's that
Right.
bravado piece that I'm talking about.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right about that. And I think that a big part of it for me is like, I don't know why we would do that. Like I'm not entertaining that from my staff. Like we're not, there's some really good coaches in this conference.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't think that I don't understand it. Like I said, I understand if you're bringing an athlete from another conference that couldn't quite get it at that conference, but they walk in the door and they're a big time scorer in your conference, that makes perfect sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're taking on athletes that did nothing at a school they were before, and they like even especially if they're in your conference, like if they couldn't score in your conference at school X, why they're gonna score in my mind, So that's just my thought on all that.
Stand
I
on
mean,
business.
I mean, Sir Lucius, the last two sets of comments have kind of said everything that have wanted to say, right? Like, I think we made the joke. If I was in the ACC, I would have recruited every single SEC young lady and young man that didn't make the final that ran under 23 seconds and ran under 21 seconds because all of those people will score in the ACC. So I get that. But what I don't get is you're in the conference with the person. You saw the person not make the final. So you think so little of the person who's coaching them that you think if that person changes scenery and comes here, not only are they going to score, but they're going to be truly relevant and worthy of the money I'm going to give them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what was the word that Clyde used? Bravado? Sure,
Mm-hmm.
let's call it that. It's at least bravado. It's probably ego, right? It's probably at least that. But it is bananas to me.
Could be
all of
delusion.
all of the see, I was gonna get there, right? All of the people involving in the portal that are delusional, the coaches that think they can truly outcoach everybody else, the athletes that think that everybody got it wrong. Those are the ones that kill me, to Clyde's point. The ones that went to a mid-major because that's where they belong, got coached up by a really good mid-major coach, but now think, see, I knew I was right. I belong in the SEC. No, you don't, because you don't get to develop in the SEC. You would have got buried in the first place. So anyway, I think it's very interesting the within conference P4 transfers. Those are the ones I think that make my head scratch the most because it's so bizarre. You watch this product with your own two eyes. So the only way you
Mm-hmm.
take this is if you are 100% sure you can outcoach the person that was coaching them. It's very interesting.
It is.
And we're focused on the SEC version of it. It happens in the Big Ten,
Yes.
happens in the
Yep.
Big 12, happens in the ACC, and it's just as odd every time you see it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you guys had a microphone in my brain over the last 2 days because I've literally spiraled over this. The other piece that I'm the words that you guys like to use, befuddled about, is these recent announcement of signs since the closure and reopening and whatnot. I'm like, you didn't want to sign them then, but now you're going to sign them
Yeah.
into the conference that they weren't doing well already, as explained. So, like, is it an act of desperation? And if it's an act of desperation, we do not have the ability to be desperate. Like, we are not in the stance of know where you're going, because if you even make a left turn when it's supposed to be straight or right, like, everything tanks.
And I think to your point, I mean, I think we're in an era where patience is critical, absolutely critical.
Mm,
If the margins are as slim as we're seeing now, and I think they're going to even get slimmer as we go, missing on a kid is almost going to become non-negotiable,
No,
right? You know, if we're going into a situation where, you know, just from a number standpoint, a, s- a, s- a specialty coach, a jumps coach, or a multis coach, whose charge is going to be 3 kids, maybe, you know, 2 on each gender, you know, that's it, right? So they better be the right ones.
yeah, don't miss.
See,
Don't
the biggest
miss.
can't miss, don't miss, won't miss, or whatever you want to call it, miss situation is now the distance events, right?
Oh yeah,
oh yeah.
Yes.
you're
Because
right.
we can't stockpile anymore. You
No.
get 10 men, you get 17 women, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now the women is a little bit safer,
Yeah.
but if you only got 10 men, now and then
Oof.
that's going to be okay for a few years with all the DSAs, right? But
Yeah.
after 3 years when the DSAs are all gone, you got 10
You got 10.
to find 7, right? So yeah, that's where it's going to be a big issue, man.
Yeah.
Too much. It's not too much. Let me say that better, because our jobs are worth it and we are skilled and crafted individuals who will make this and make things great. Let's not get it twisted. It's just unnecessary. Let's put it that way.
I think so. For me, the governor mentioned patience. I think that um, people aren't really paying attention. Like some of the people they're taking out of the portal, their high school
Oof.
kids are better than those kids, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So they don't want to take those kids and develop them. That's
Mm-hmm.
the issue, right? So like they have to do a better job of, hey, I'm gonna go get the high school athlete and develop them because you're going to get ready-mades that aren't made very well. That's the problem.
No
Because first
different.
you have to get them out of the funk that they're in,
Yeah.
right?
Say
You
that
gotta
again for the people in the back.
you gotta get them
That's a
out of
lot harder than you think
it
it
is.
is.
It's
Yes.
it's borderline rehabilitation.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, what we're going to need of you is something you've probably never done in your life. So
Yeah.
we're starting below zero, building you up and thinking that we're going to get you there in 7 or 8 months.
Mhm. And you got it.
Yep.
I mean, you touched on it, but you've got the chip on the shoulder and the
Mm-hmm.
stigma that they're coming from the program, so they feel entitled. And for lack of a better way to say it, I'm coming in as the top dog, so now I need this, this, and this. And they still don't understand what NIL is. So you still got to govern that, and blah
Oh
blah
yeah.
blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
So
See,
I
but your
mean,
coaching ego, and not yours, but like the coach's coaching ego and the athlete's athlete ego, they clash at this juncture. And this is where the gigantic kerfuffle is going to come. The coach believes he can outcoach or she can outcoach everybody else in their conference. That's why they took you. You believe that you were better than them in the first place. So you're not even trying to change your work ethic. You're like, listen, it was the coach's fault. So now you got
Mm-hmm.
one speaking Swahili and one speaking sign language.
Well,
so
I mean, I'll say this, and there's no way to say this and not sound mean about it. I don't mean it that way though. I really don't. By definition, the kid X in the transfer portal is damaged. It didn't work. Something happened. Maybe it's a personality issue. Maybe it's a coaching issue. Maybe it's an injury issue. Maybe it's mental and emotional. But they were all happy when they signed to the original school. They threw a party about it. They put it on Instagram. It was a whole thing. The community was excited about it. And they don't want to be there anymore. So something happened. And I don't care how good of a coach you are.
Yeah.
Spend an exorbitant amount of your time undoing
yeah.
and treating the symptoms of whatever that baggage is. And for some people, the talent is enough and it works. And then you see amazing things. And the reward of that is what makes it sexy, right? The reward of it is, oh, it's absolutely worth the risk of it. But when it's wrong, oh my
boy.
God, is it wrong? It's really bad. Like
Yeah.
when it goes left, it's gonna go all the way left.
Well, let's take a branch of this conversation and slightly tangent. So amongst all of this, we've talked about the athlete's perspective for the most part, but there's definitely a coach's perspective, and we're going to take this and have a learning moment out of this. You know, some of these coaches are quote unquote winning these conversations and not in the right way. Let's just be completely honest, and to outright identify it as negative coaching isn't inaccurate, but we've become so PC, we try not to talk about it that way anymore, and we pray and hope that people aren't negative recruiting, but they are, and it's, call it passive aggressive or gaslighting or whatever the new word is right now,
Gaslighting, okay.
right?
Okay.
Because it's not our fault that I have to talk bad at you. If you coached better, I wouldn't have to talk bad about you, right? So I think I understand what gaslighting is at this point.
Tampering.
Wow.
But that's what all of it is. So when you do become aware of this and you know it's happening, what should you do? Okay, hold on. I'll say, wait, let me do this. Let me do my job. By definition, the thing to do is to go to compliance and make them aware of the situation. So I'll just say that part out loud. But
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so look,
that's what the
going
rule
to
book tells you.
compliance, okay, first of all, I'm not going to the compliance and telling somebody, oh, so-and-so's negative recruiting me, right?
Mhm.
Okay, like, first of all, you have no proof. It's always hearsay, it's always conjecture, it's always, and, if you get enough of it, you just talk to the person face to face, man or woman, whatever, hey, like, why are you saying these things? And anytime that you I've ever picked up the phone and called somebody, they never admit to it. So why are you wasting your time? Just do your job. It's part of the business of what people do. They don't have to do it, but they think they have to do it. See, we live in a world where, there's this power struggle. There's this, the struggle for popularity, right? If I try not to do much social media because it's sickening. The number of people that are, the self-promotion that's going on, the number of people that are really trying to make themselves bigger than life, right?
Mhm.
And so this all this stuff, whether it's been recruiting, the people trying to win, they're going to do whatever it takes to make themselves bigger than life, right? So, and the people that it's always the ones that say loudest, I would never, ever badmouth you, that they're usually the ones that are doing it, right? So, going to your compliance is a waste of time. They're not breaking any rule by negative recruiting. So, why go to your compliance office? It's part of it. I'm going to quote Bev Kearney on this one. She said to me once, "Well, Mouse, if you wouldn't do it, if you wasn't doing shit, they wouldn't be talking about you, right?"
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
So, that's my take on it. If they're bad mouthing me in recruiting, that means I'm doing my job. So, I want to be bad mouthed.
So this is a petty question.
If
That
you a
land
petty question, no
that
way.
lands very much in my petty kingdom.
Okay.
So here's the thing. I don't even care about the quote unquote negative recruiting. I'll take it a step further. Let's call it tampering.
That's a
Because a lot
different
of that's
situation,
happening too.
right?
Folks, I got news for you. You could have stone cold text message screenshot proof of tampering.
Mhm.
You could waste your time walking to your compliance office if you want to, and they can waste time filing a piece of paper if they want to. Anybody in our sport or otherwise, has anybody seen anybody get fired for tampering and recruiting?
No.
No. So let's be clear. As a person who has had his roster tampered with, if I can't get anybody fired over it, I'm not going to waste my time going that route. That is a complete waste of time. Now, my answer to what you should do about people with their name in your mouth in a negative space is nuanced. I will say this. I don't do the passive aggressive. That's really not my thing. Just make it aggressive. Walk up on Chris Huffins and tell him to keep your name out, keep my name out your mouth. That will make you feel better. You're not going to get any resolution out of it, but you will feel better about yourself as a human being. Okay? Now, if you're at, small school X and you know these things are happening, you could put them on blast. You could say Mike Holloway is talking trash about me and my kids. You could put it on the internet if you want to. It's not going to change anything. And to my previous statement, that is passive aggressive. And then people like me will look at you sideways and be like, I hear you. It was bitch ass behavior, but now you're doing the same in a different way. So just
Wow.
make it aggressive.
That's not the solution.
No,
You know
it
that's not the
is.
solution.
Just walk
No,
up.
it's
Look, just
not.
walk up on human
No.
XYZ.
See,
And be like,
see,
what's your issue?
people gonna be
And you
fighting
good.
out here over. No, that's not the solution. No, that's not. Look, it's
Oh
part
man.
of the business, man. It's
It
part of the
is.
business of big time
It
sports.
is.
And so, like, if somebody's bad mouthing you, that means you're doing a good job.
I
So just keep
agree.
doing your job. So, like, and see, look, if you're at a mid major, if you're at a smaller P4 or whatever, just understand. Even if you're at a major P4, people are going to poach your athletes. You
Yes.
know, the conversations are going to happen. It's just what you have to live with. But
No,
so
I agree
I
with
don't
you.
be walking up on people starting fights. That's not the way to solve that. That's
Listen,
not.
I ain't say nothing about fighting. I ain't say nothing
Hey,
about fighting.
look, if you start walking to people saying "keep my name at your mouth," that's going to cause a fight.
But if I walked up to Sir Lucius and I said, "Hey man, I would really appreciate if you stop complimenting my work by all these things that you're saying." Like you could say it in a righteous way. Hell, you could say it in any kind of spin you want. I'm just saying that the people who are very, very
See,
upset
that's not what you
about
said. You said
I said
"keep
how
my
I would
name
do it.
out your
Me.
mouth." That's
Me.
what you
I
said,
said how I
and
would do
that's going to cause a fight.
I want to say for the record, and it's not my turn to talk yet, but I completely agree with Clyde.
Oh, big surprise right there.
it.
Listen,
I
okay, you
guess
know
all
what? I'm gonna jump in and say what I think should be said, and I'll be honest. Look, there's a certain amount of negative recruiting that's part of the game. I'm here for it. I completely agree with Sir Lucius, right? If you're not balling, ain't nobody talking about you. Ain't nobody trying to steal your athletes. I completely get it. What I'm talking about is these personal shots, right?
Mhm.
School X starts talking about Coach Y and what he doesn't do or what she doesn't do, right? When it gets personal. Because at the end of the day, institution to institution, like, look, if I'm at Florida, right, I'm expecting LSU to badmouth me. That's part of the game, right? I get that. But what I'm saying is this: if disparaging remarks about me or my character come out your mouth, you had better have some sort of conversation for me when I see you. Because it's not about fighting. I agree. I'm not trying to run up on somebody and fight them. That's not what I'm trying to do. But what I'm saying is we have to be professional and collegial, right? I understand the rules of the game, but if what comes out of your mouth
Mhm.
is disparaging about me or my character, let alone my family, listen to me and listen to me carefully. I will forget all of the Berkeleyism I've ever had in my entire life, and we're gonna have to have a conversation. And if the conversation doesn't go good, then there's probably gonna be some furniture moving, because that's how it goes. And at the end of the day, Sir Lucius, you told somebody that yourself
Well,
about your
not.
friends. No,
Hold on a
no, not
second.
about yourself. Not about yourself. You told
And
someone
I ain't
that.
talking about moving nobody's furniture.
You told somebody who made a disparaging remark about you,
Oh, God.
you should be happy that you didn't make this comment about any of my friends, because most of my friends are having it. and they will roll up on you. Did you or did you not say those things?
I didn't say it like that, but
Okay. I mean, I know you're a nice guy and you have to continue the nice guy role, and
Oh my
and I
hold on a
don't.
second. Hold on a second. There's no role here. It's who I am. So stop that.
You know what I mean.
Okay. Okay. So look. Okay. Look. So now,
Oh,
for the record, you guys all know me, and everybody that anybody that watches this knows me. If I know for
Yes.
sure you said something about me, I'm gonna pick a phone and call you. I ain't walking up on you like it's causing a scene in public like some other people on this panel.
picking up the phone is direct.
Right. That's
Right?
just me. But my thing is
Bro.
this dude's talking about rolling up on people, removing furniture. No.
Listen,
See, here's the
I'm not
thing, guys.
coming to their school, but what I'm saying
Here's the
is like
thing.
when I
Here's
see
the
you, I
thing.
see you,
So
right?
right. So like I'm gonna have a conversation if somebody's saying there's something disparaging about me, about my family, about my team. Okay. If somebody says, okay, so somebody said to me that a certain coach said they were a better men's sprint coach than I am, right? A recruit says that to me. So when I see this coach, I said, well, did you say this? And the answer was, well, I don't recall. Well, that tells me you said it because
Right.
you mean either you didn't or you didn't. But all I said to them was, well, good luck with that, right? Now, if that's not disparaging, that's just recruiting, right? Now, disparaging is, like talking bad about my character, about my family, or about my, wife and children. That's different,
That's different.
right? But
Yeah.
again, like I'm not walking up on somebody because so and so said somebody said I don't do the hearsay thing, right? But anyway, like and that's part of athletics, man. It happens big time in football, big time in basketball. It's and the better team you are, like when you first got to San Jose State, Jap, nobody talked bad about you. But as soon as your children start jumping and running and all that stuff, oh,
Yep.
that
Just
dude
went
don't know what he's
quiet.
doing, right? All of
Yeah.
a sudden now, yeah, you
hmm
know, you guys are going through it now. Like nobody talked about y'all 2 years ago. Now all of a sudden they got y'all's name in their mouth. But it
I
just
mean, I
means
was
you're
just
doing a
about to
good
say
job.
everybody on
Yeah,
this panel has had this happen to them because everybody on this
Yes.
exactly.
panel
So
is good at their
it's
damn jobs.
it's just part of the sport. It's just what happens.
Right.
Like again, like as long as it doesn't get disparaging, then
And
hey, I'm good.
all I'm saying is this. Listen, again, I'm petty. Because I'm petty, it takes like you can't actually upset me. Like it's hard to make me upset, right? So my thing is for those people who are easily triggered by people who have their name in their mouths, like if you so bothered about it, stop whining about it and go handle it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I think it's time for this topic change.
That's all I'm saying.
These
Like
dudes, man, they want to start WW at every track meet we go to.
again, I do not condone violence. I am not a violent person. I have had people
Oh
approach me
boy.
with violence and I laugh them off
hmm
because you're not gonna bust the grape. Like what are you talking about?
Okay, all right,
You know what I mean?
topic change,
I'm
topic
just
change,
saying, like
topic
be
change.
direct.
Chew.
I want to be clear
So,
about something.
oh,
My supposed violence spreads to all of y'all too. So for those of you who out there in the ethos that want to try me, don't talk shit about my people either. Just saying.
okay.
I mean,
So,
essentially, big league. This, for those that don't know, this is a space that we live in. It's
Happens
inevitable.
all the time.
It is unavoidable,
yep.
and we have to operate and keep our sanity, even though we know this is prevalent. It is prevalent,
Yeah, it's not going to stop.
and it's not going to stop. No.
Just
Oh,
don't waste your time in compliance. Like,
No.
no, that's
don't
just
waste your
No.
time in
no.
compliance.
So my point to that was, right? Because that's what everybody's response is. Go to compliance. Have them call their compliance and that's not, it doesn't do anything. It
Like
literally
literally
just gets
nothing.
pushed to
Well,
the
first of
wayside.
all, you go to compliance when people are breaking rules. They're
Mhm.
not breaking a rule.
Right.
Well,
They're
the
just doing. Like,
misconception is
look,
that it is.
most of the people are just doing their job.
Mhm.
Yep.
And
If you
they look, it's a dog eat dog world, and they're trying to eat like everybody else.
if you have a photo or a video of Power Five School X handing the shoebox to the kid at the West Region that automatically landed somehow as a transfer later on. You could have the video. Ain't nobody gonna get fired over it. I'm just
Oh
telling you,
gosh.
it's
No.
not a thing.
So
Maybe a
smile
note in their file. That's about all you're gonna get.
Exactly. Like
That'll
at
be it.
best.
right.
At
You will get a note,
best.
an internal note.
No, my,
So,
my favorite is the stern reprimand. That's my favorite.
Right.
You get a stern reprimand.
well, don't go to TCU. But
Oh boy.
anyways, with that being said, take it as a compliment, smile, say thank you the next time you see them, and keep it pushing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Exactly what I said. Say thank you.
not what you said.
Directly.
Not what you said.
All right. So, I mean, I've put the lighter fluid on y'all, but now I'm gonna go ahead and torch.
Okay.
And she froze.
Are you there?
Can you
He's
hear me?
back.
Yes, you're
Now we
moving
can.
again. Yes.
All we heard
Okay.
was torch, and then you had a really
Yes.
funny freeze face.
Oh, just kidding. Sorry. I'm torching you now because I'm gonna bring up Grand Slam, aka Grand Scam
Ooh.
track.
Ooh,
Oh boy.
don't get off mic,
So,
man. Come on.
right, like I so much want to like
Look,
try so
Clyde has
hard,
been waiting all week for
No,
this.
no, no.
right?
Stand on business. It's been
Yeah,
waiting.
Right.
exactly. So we're gonna let stand on business take care of this one.
Open season, because now we've paid some people, but other people haven't. Venues haven't been paid. Athletes still haven't been paid. Oh, we're waiting on drug tests. Oh, we're waiting on this, and
Uh, I,
I
I'll
said out
simply
loud.
say this. I'll simply say this.
Hmm.
Venues not being paid is wild. First of
Yeah.
all,
Hmm.
like that one got an audible laugh out of me when I saw that one. That was wild.
I mean,
The
invoice is past due.
the issue is this. In a moment like this, whatever the truth is, your role as the creator, your role as the CEO is to step out and be as loud as you were in the setup to explain to, everyone what the hell is going on. The
Mhm.
silence is making it worse. And the initial statements were nonsense. So that's why that's in today's world, anything anything that's even a remote possibility to inflame is going to keep getting inflamed, and the jokes are going to come, and the memes are going to come, and the internet is undefeated, right? All of that is, you know, part of the game. But you can't say nothing. Like you got to step out there and
Well, I
own
mean,
what
look,
they're doing.
let's just be real about this, man. Like, who in this situation ever steps up and says, "Hey, I screwed up. Hey, I messed up. Hey, I didn't do this." That's just not the way the world works.
But it should
You
be.
know, like absolutely, somebody should stand up and say, "Hey, we screwed this up," because that they screwed it up royally. I think the issue that I have here is, like this was the classic. We've heard it before, and this was shouted from the rooftops. We're gonna save track and field, right? And now you've just made track and field a bigger laughing stock than it ever was. And the problem you also have is now the next person that wants to try to do something like this is never going to be trusted. And this group definitely will never be trusted again. And the bigger issue you also have is a number of athletes who walked away from these meets thinking they were getting a big payday, who thought it was life-changing money for them. The number of young agents who, I know one of the younger agents who had a big group of people do very well in this series, and that's hurting that person's pocket. So there's a lot of people that are affected by this, and I just think that they had a chance to do something groundbreaking. I don't think it was going to save the sport. I don't know how you save a sport when you don't include half the sport, when you don't have the field events involved in it. But like the issue for me is like you stood up on top of the building and said, "Hey, you know, I'm going to save track and field, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that," and then now you just like sneak away quietly in the night. just brings the thing, can't call for attention and hang up the phone. Not allowed.
Yeah.
Can't be out loud and not be loud.
Right. Yeah.
You gotta say
So I
it.
think that's what it does for me. I mean, I just think that, it was a great idea in principle. I think of it, just about every one of us on this panel said at the time, like, hey, if it goes through and they pay people, it's a great idea. But it's a horrible idea when nobody gets paid. Horrible idea.
And
Right?
literally
Well,
nobody.
Right. Yeah.
The venue ain't been paid. The media,
Right.
like,
like my thing is the slow and steady, right? And I'm not slow and steady isn't bad. It's you keep chipping. We keep talking about you can't eat a whole elephant in one bite. You got to take bites of it, and the conversation I think I had with, I don't remember which one of you I had it with, is ATL. It wasn't loud and out front in the beginning. It was, let me get some meats down. Let's get the proper people together. Let's do those things. And it's withstood, couple meets a year, like not
Yeah.
low key, but
The Ed
like,
Murphy meet the other night was off the chain.
right.
Phenomenal
And
meet,
it's
big crowd, lots of
appropriate.
energy. Yeah.
Everyone's like, it's a fast track. We need to have it there. Well, no, it's because you had quality people at the same time in one place. And sure, the track is there and it pushed them along the way, but they pushed themselves along with the others. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be the glitter and all those things. It's got to have stability, or the ability to create the stability. Governor, Stanton, insight?
I feel
About the
like everybody.
current state of affairs.
Yes.
They're talking about the Grand
Or
Slam
a grand
situation.
slam. Yeah.
Okay, well, I just feel like it's very unfortunate, and I feel like, clearly there is a thirst, or there's been a thirst for something like Grand Slam, something to raise the stakes. I think the issue that we're facing and we continue to face is that there is no bottom when it comes to what a professional athlete should be earning. Um, there is no ceiling either, and
Right. Yeah.
Grand Slam could have been one of those mechanisms that set the tone for the rest of the year, where
Right.
if you're making X amount, now you can go in and say, hey, I am a showstopper. I do deserve this. I do demand this, and I have proof, right? And that's what Grand Slam did. The appearance fees that we know nothing about in the Diamond League, the prize money, all of that is out in the open, right? So Grand Slam had a very good opportunity. There was a good opportunity to blow the lid off of,
A lot of things.
a lot of
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
And, for those that are conspiracy theorists, you're wondering, I wonder why it failed. How did it fail so, just as quickly as it started, it seems to have folded, and there are some questions that lie inside of that. I mean, we don't know, but
Right.
it doesn't shock me. Let's put it that way.
Right.
I mean, I think everybody's waiting for me to crush Michael, and sure, that's an easy thing to do. But I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm gonna take it. I'm not gonna take the high road. I'm gonna take what I feel is the real road, right? Like, I know people will find this hard to believe who know me, but there are times where I'm really not happy being right. This is one of those times,
Mm-hmm.
right? I never said how I felt other than to you people behind closed doors, right? Like, yes, I had angst at his comments that took shots at the field events, right? Like, I can save track, but I can't save field. Like, I thought that was like ridiculously off-putting, insanely arrogant, prototypical Michael Johnson, and set you on a precedent that, like, people don't necessarily want to see you be successful. I was not one of those people, because
Mm-hmm.
I am a high tides person. So I wanted this to be successful, to force somebody in the field events to go out in the ethos, find their own sponsor and do that.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my issue now. Michael and Grand Slam Track have messed it up for anyone who comes behind them with good ideas, good intentions, and good communication skills with people with money. Because now you're going to give a group of people who already have pause about investing in the sport, hence it being where it is. Now you've given them facts to run with as to why they shouldn't mess with track. And that part is really painful for me because not only was there smack talked, it's like the guy in the locker room who talks about all the girls he's been with, right? And then you come to the reality that not only has he not been with any of these girls, that like he's a virgin and he's super shy, right? Like this is how bad it is. You know what I mean? Like, I made that as PG as humanly possible. So, like, at the end of the day, I'm just saying, y'all should be proud of me because trust me, in my brain, it was way worse. I'm just saying this.
This block gets bigger and bigger by the minute, doesn't it?
If I was so inspired and had, some chutzpah about me because of the way Michael came at the field events, right? And I know some people that have long dough. I now have pause. We're talking about me. I have pause about talking to any of these people about doing a, field event slam or, a bunch of a multi-event series because I have to answer questions about something I didn't do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like Grand Slam Track has single-handedly put us in a place that Michael kept saying we were. We weren't in danger. We weren't in jeopardy. We didn't need to be saved. Elevated, yes. Grown, yes. Professionalized, yes. Saved, not at all. The unfortunate part is now we look like we need to be saved. All the podcasters in football and basketball, like now we look like we need to be saved. Now all of those podcasts that Noah went on to talk about the lack of professionalism that he
Mm-hmm.
experienced in the run up to Grand Slam. Now Noah looks like Nostradamus,
Yeah.
right? So like we
Rightfully
listen.
so.
The sport
Yeah.
has taken multiple steps backwards with this. Let's be clear. And unfortunately, Michael has dragged the field events right along with him. Thank you very much. We didn't ask for that. But the field events are part of track and field,
Yep.
Okay, so
right?
so
So
here,
the
here, here,
entire
here-
sport
here's
got
what I
dragged
think the
backwards a step
biggest
or two.
travesty of all of this is that the financial struggles have eliminated the incredible stories.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right.
the
It was
Yeah.
so
breakout of
good.
whether it was Ja'Cory Patterson, whether it was the American record in the hurdles, whether it was Trevor Bassett, whether it was the McCrae kid or whoever it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Melissa
Melissa Jefferson has
Jefferson,
arrived.
right?
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like these incredible stories that happen are now no longer being talked about because they're greatly overshadowed by the fact that this nobody got it done.
Yep.
Because I mean, like the his concept created the excitement he wanted to create. You can't take that away from him and his crew and
Yeah.
whoever's working with him.
Yep.
But you
Not at all.
totally screwed
I
the
agree.
pooch when you didn't pay the people.
Yep.
So now nobody's talking about the great meets that had. They were talking about the great performances that were had. There hasn't been a Grand Slam meet that we've watched where there wasn't some very good track that happened in those meets.
Absolutely.
Very
No,
good
Absolutely.
and
track happened in
that's
those meets.
so I
That's
agree with
why
that.
it's so bad, right? Is because parts of this were really good.
Mm-hmm.
No, and I agree with that. I hadn't heard anybody articulate it the way that the EP just did. And you're absolutely right. So now I think I'm actually more irritated than I was because USA's is 2 weeks away, right?
Mhm.
What should have been if everybody handled their business is we should have been coming off of because the Diamond League is the Diamond League is the Diamond League, right? We
Right.
were going to have that. What we should have been walking into USA is fresh off of is the LA Grand Slam with all the intrigue that we were supposed to get to see, right? It was Gabby and Sid head to head in the 400 with whoever else, right?
Yep.
We were supposed to get to see all that. And all of these people, like somebody would have had a camera in Ja'Cory Patterson's face and be like, hey, how has that 100K changed your life in preparation for this thing, this team
That
you're
part.
trying to make?
That part.
Now it's the opposite. Now it's a clown show question. How have these shenanigans affected your ability to get ready for this meet?
Yes.
Right. Like you didn't get paid by Grand Slam track. Does that mean you got to go back to UPS? Some asshole's going to ask that question.
Oh,
In its simplest form, yes.
and it's a righteous question to ask now, right?
Yeah.
And
And
so
that's the part that is so painful, right? Is that
yeah,
like he made track a clown show.
and that's the thing for our industry that absolutely has a lack of professionalism issue. We at least had a facade of it to the general public. This looks ridiculous. And it looks ridiculous. I said this to somebody the other day in a DM or something like that. Let's be clear, as a professional athlete, these table scraps of 100K look ridiculous to the actual professional athletes. Like, what do you mean? Y'all are pissed off because you didn't get 100K. Like, what's 100K? I make 100K over the weekend. In my professional sport, you telling me the fastest man on the planet doesn't make 100K when he races? You get out there for 10? You see what I'm saying? So it makes it way worse than it was.
Here's just to put it all the way out there. The WNBA has been getting flamed on Instagram in the last 3 weeks, right? For facts that I said to all of you that I can't say publicly, right? The league has never made a penny.
Correct.
Right? They've never been operated in the black, but you have athletes who are demanding more. But you know what? They look better than us because the reason that they've never made a penny is because they do pay their bills.
Right.
They operate in the red because they do pay their bills.
Yeah.
Right? We have been made a laughing stock because we can't even pay our bill. Listen, when the thing came out that said that the venues hadn't been paid, bro, listen, you could fold it up at that point. At that point, I want to cut off the camera and have nobody watch or talk about track on Instagram anywhere for the next like 6 months, because the flame jobs are outrageous and none of us can defend any of it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Like I feel like, you know, like when you're on a team and one of your teammates does some clown shit and they keep coming to your locker asking you questions about your clown teammate. Right. This happens all the time in all these team sports. It happens all the time.
Absolutely.
I feel like one of them. Like I want to say, ask Michael. Like, don't blame the sport. Blame the guy that promised the world.
Yeah.
Well, put a bolo out for that guy and we'll figure it out.
Hey, there's plenty of downtime at USA's. There could be a press conference and an explanation.
Oh my goodness, no.
You know the best part is you guys remember who he works for, right? He works for the most vitriolic media group in the entire world, the British media.
Yeah.
The next time there is a BBC commentator with a microphone anywhere near him, he is going to get set on fire.
London is this weekend, my friend.
Set on fire.
London.
And it will be sold out.
Yep.
With all the stars.
Yep.
And everybody gonna run fast.
Yep.
Well, Eurovision, here we come.
Jump far and throw, vault and shit. You know.
I'm watching that Diamond League with the sound up.
By the way, there's a 4x1 in London.
Is Jamaica running?
Yeah.
Yep.
We said we know who better be running. We know who better be running.
And apparently, I think Seville's going to run. Is that what somebody announced
Yeah.
today? Yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
Is
they better
Thompson
have
running?
Seville, Keyshawn, and the whole crew out there.
Oh, yeah, yeah. What's the other? What's the other young
man.
one's name?
Um,
Empty
Um,
clip.
Blake.
Blake.
Is
Yeah.
Blake running?
Akeem Blake.
Yeah.
Listen, they better have all three of the qualifiers from the trials on the track in London. Because if you set out another B team and screw it up again, like you got to fire somebody.
Oh man.
Listen, the best thing that ever happened to USATF is Jamaican track and field.
Oh gosh.
Oh, here we go.
oh my gosh.
True story. They make us look like, precision works.
Wait, I'm asking a
Is there
serious
another
question.
topic in the offering here, Q?
No,
Because
but
he's about to go
wait.
for a
No,
huge tangent.
no, this is not. Listen, I have a serious question, and Lucius may be the one to answer this. I don't know because I haven't been following it. I let it go. As of this moment, there are 5 World Championship relay competitions. How many has Jamaica qualified for?
Isn't it 3?
Men's 4x1, no. Women's 4x4, absolutely not.
Men's 4x4 is a no as well.
Men's
isn't it?
did the women 4x1 get through?
Yes.
I
Yes.
think the women's
Yeah, they
4x1
did.
is they're solid. Yeah.
They're
And
solid.
then
Solid.
mixed.
Don't know about the mixed.
So they are 1 for 5.
No. I see. For some reason, I thought that their men's 4x4 got through at World Relays. Like somebody
You know,
double check.
the
But
governor is doing governor things as
I'm
we
looking
speak.
it
He's
up right
looking it
now.
up.
I
Yep.
think my personal answer is I think it's 3.
I don't remember them doing anything. I remember the women's 4x1.
Get beat by
That was in
Italy.
a console. Was it in they were there in the consolation round?
No, they made the final, but then they got beat by Italy, and everybody was like, "Oh, they got beat by Italy." I was like, "Who cares?"
Okay,
They
yeah,
made the
if they made the final, then they're in.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
Right. So the women's 4x1 is in.
yeah.
Men's
They're in. I
4x1
know
is
they're in.
absolutely
Yeah.
not. And the 4x4s are absolutely not.
So Jamaica is 16th right now for the mixed relay. They're the last one in.
Oh, so
right
they're
now.
on the bubble.
Yes, they
They're
are.
on the bubble.
Yes.
And where are they at in the men's 4x4?
Men's 4x4.
Nope.
They're qualified by designated comp, so they got in at World Relays.
I told y'all they got in
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
were bad, but they got in.
Yeah, they got
Okay.
in. Okay.
Okay.
See, they're 3 for 5
They got 3 in.
with the mixed relay like this. Hold on.
Mixed relays on the bubble. Well,
Yep.
whatever. The 4x1, Jamaica not having a 4x1 is crazy. Jamaica not having a women's 4x4.
They're gonna get it done this weekend. They're gonna get it done.
Right.
Yeah.
They'll get both of those done this weekend. But it is comical that they had to go. This is attempt number 4 or
Wait a
3.
minute. What's the bubble? What's the bubble time for the men's 4x1?
38. Is it 38-4 maybe?
I think it's
Yeah.
38-43.
Let me
I mean, hey, listen, they can't
It
just
might be
pass
30.
the
It might be
baton.
38-6. It's not that fast.
I'm gonna say at 38-4, they can't just pass the baton around. Like it's got to be.
Because
gotta
did
be
they run
something.
38-6 the last time? Is that what they did?
So right now, 38-20 is in. Then it's 38-40, and then Jamaica's 38-45.
So
So they
20
had to run
is the bubble?
38-1 to get in.
They've got to run 38.
Yeah, bro. Hey, listen.
Yeah, you better have the big dogs out there for that one, man. Ooh.
Hey,
They
man.
got to run.
Yeah.
See,
I mean, Netherlands are
So
are
38-20 could be sitting at home.
absolutely.
Yes.
who is the 38-20?
Netherlands.
Nigerian.
Nigeria, okay.
Jeez.
Netherlands ran 37-87.
And Nigeria's they line everybody up. They're way better than 38-20.
Absolutely.
They're way better than 38-20.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they don't get qualified, someone has to get fired. I don't even know what you get fired from, but I need to see a photo of someone whose head rolled if they don't
If,
get this done.
if they don't qualify, I'm telling y'all now, that is the show. We are going to do a show, 1 hour of Jamaican 4x1
No, we're
flaming.
not.
Absolutely, we are.
Jeez,
We're gonna call
you're
it
Oh,
the
delusional right
episode will be
now.
called King of Petty.
Do you have a cup?
I do not. You see me,
Okay.
I'm cupless. See both hands, look. And for the
oh
record, I won
man,
on the golf course.
good stuff.
Good job.
And for the record, audience, it may sound like we're rooting for them not to get it done. That's
Not
not
at all.
We
No,
want
It's the opposite.
Team Jamaica in the 4x1. Hell, we want them in the finals because that's where they belong. That's where their talent dictates they should be. But that's also what makes this really funny.
Yeah.
So you can't
What-
have
You can't have the fastest guy in the world and two other guys that have run under 990,
yes.
and y'all can't run 38-1. Like it's, I know they're not running, but at the end of the day, that's how the non-track enthusiast is gonna see it. How y'all
Mhm.
not qualify when y'all got 977?
Think of it in
True.
NCAA terms. You get 16 relays to the indoor national championships. You got 3 of the top 10 400-meter runners in the country, but somehow you can't make the 4x4. That's
Right.
not a thing.
Not a thing.
Somebody would get fired over that.
All right. So
Oh.
let me ask you this. You've got Lyles, Simbini, Teboho, Hinchcliffe, Blake, Hughes, Azu, and Johan Blake in the 100 this weekend. Who you got?
First of all, I want to know how Johan still get races.
His PB is what it is.
Okay.
I got to Boho to answer your question.
I don't understand the Noah Lyles disrespect. You don't have to like him. A lot of people don't. But he's the reigning defending world and Olympic champion in the 100.
No, I agree with you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like him, but I respect him without
If he
question.
feels like running the 100, at this point, you probably
Nah, because I'll say this. The one thing I have noticed about Noah is Noah's ready when he needs to be ready. Noah's not like, I don't think he is concerned or pressed to win this race.
Oh, I agree. But he's also not going to step out there if he doesn't think he can.
This is true.
Sure, I agree. I think Taboho is more ready right now, but you didn't ask me who's going to win the World Championship 100, and I'm not answering that right now.
Fair enough.
But I gave an answer. You asked the question, I gave an answer. Anybody else? What you got, Sir Lucius? You're the sprint guru.
I'm not anybody's guru. Let's start there. But I mean, I'm always going to lean on the Noah Lyles train because he's the best technician in the race.
Mm.
You know, and he works harder at mastering his craft than anybody else in the field does. So, I mean, I think that is Keyshane in the race?
No, he's not.
No.
Yeah. Like Keyshane right now. I mean, if it's not Keyshane or Fred, because Fred seems to find a way to be on point when he needs it the most. But like Noah's just a better technician than everybody on the track right now. You know, and he proved that again last weekend. You know, there was nothing sexy about his run, but it was very technical,
Yep.
right? And that's why he won the race. You know, Noah's out there working on ways to get better. If he don't step on the track unless he's trying to do it right, and he's
trying to
doing
do
it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were the names again? I just don't remember.
Everybody
that?
it's relevant in the 100 except Fred and Keyshawn.
And Keyshane.
Mhm.
Everybody
Yeah.
else is in.
Yeah.
Be a nice race.
It is.
Yeah.
London always delivers.
Yeah.
Well,
Checks will clear.
oh my goodness. With that being said, the noodle stuck to the wall. The episode is ready to go. So sign, seal, deliver. I will hit the send button on time, hopefully tomorrow or Friday. But we'll see. Another fun week, another fun episode. Good stuff discussed. but we'll see each other another time. Have a good weekend, all. Bye.